Hello everyone, and welcome back to these videos. I've got a question for you. Are you happy? I mean, deep down, are you really happy? Are you in a place where you can honestly say that to yourself? You know, many of us today aren't. Many of us today just kind of go through life one day at a time, looking for something better, waiting for something better, waiting for that right opportunity to just show up. Where it's almost like a lot of us are in this perpetual state of waiting for something better to happen. I'm not going to blame it on religion, I'm not going to blame it on other people, but there are these preconceived notions that we've been raised to believe. One in which, and this is just one in which, a lot of us are Christian, who were born Christian, who've gone through the whole Christian upbringing, you were kind of raised to believe that Jesus is coming back, and you know, you're kind of instilled with this sense of waiting for something to return. I don't know just if that makes any sense to any of you out there. Waiting for something better, waiting for something to return, to come back. There is no, and I'm sure you've heard this before, I mean, there is no tomorrow, there is no future, there is no past. And if you haven't heard this before, then welcome to the reality of the way things are for real, my friend. Because the only moment, the only time you actually have, well, there is no time, but all you have is now. Right here, right now, in this moment. Now, does that mean that you're ready to change right now? I don't know. See, only you can answer that question. I feel as though maybe we all are deep down inside, but we're afraid to do it. We're afraid to change, maybe. We have to learn to return our power into the present moment. It's the only place where a person truly has any power. You can say everything you want, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it this, I'll do it then, but if you don't do it now, you see, when tomorrow comes and you're in that moment, you're still in the now. Procrastination, my friends, one of the horrible habits. So don't wait. You can't wait for something to happen if you really want something to happen. There's a reason why you're unhappy in your current situation right now. And more than likely, it's because you're not acting on your true heart's desires. You know, and then we have all these reasons. We'll come up with these reasons, and I'm sure you're coming up with them right now. You may be, you may not. I know some of you are. I'm too busy. Well, I can't just leave my job. I have my house to take care of. I have my car. I have my bills to pay. Which all brings us back to the system. It's all to keep you there. You understand? I'm not saying you should not have a car or a house, but there's a certain point where you accumulate all these things, and you accumulate and you bury yourself into what you think you're supposed to be doing in this life, and you get to a point where some of us feel trapped, right? You can feel trapped. You know, and what does one do at that point? How's a person truly supposed to, you know, live out their heart's purpose, their true life's purpose, when you feel trapped like that, when you don't really know how to get out? What it really comes down to is learning to love yourself more than you love the things you're buying or the idea of the things that you're going to buy. Many of us live in this world where the things that we buy bring us joy, and we live as though that's what it is. That's materialism. Does that mean you can't ever buy something you enjoy? Well, hell no. I mean, let's be realistic. But if you live your life from one toy, one thing to the next, and you have periods in between of feeling low and down until you get your next fix, I'm sorry to tell you, my friend, but you're addicted to dopamine. You're addicted to that habit. You're addicted. And the reason I say dopamine, for those of you who might not know, 10 years personal trainer, also now currently a Reiki master. They're fairly new. Dopamine, anytime you take puff off of a cigarette, a drink of that coffee you really like, you turn on your computer, you pick up your phone, you get these little shots of dopamine. And dopamine is extremely addictive. You see, that's the thing. We're in this society where we're addicted to dopamine and don't really know it. We're gonna say that people will say stuff like, no, I'm addicted to Facebook, or I'm addicted to cell phones, or I'm addicted to this. The list can go on, okay, for quite some time. But if we don't realize that it's everything you do that makes you feel like that quick release, that instant gratification, it all comes from dopamine. And even the most hardcore drug addict, heroin, whatever you want to call it, they're not addicted to the drug, because what happens is when they take that drug, dopamine is released. That dopamine is what gives you the feeling you're striving for, you're looking for. So people are not addicted to drugs, people are addicted to dopamine, my friend. The person that sits there and drinks a cup of coffee is addicted to the same substance. I'm sorry to tell you. You're addicted to the same substance as that person you might feel that you have nothing in common with on the side of the street with a needle in his arm full of heroin or whatever. It's the same thing. But until you start to realize that, and you can start to detach yourself from your ego, just bit by bit, you'll never really find true happiness. And that's what this is about, really. That's what life is about, especially today. Everybody just wants to be happy, but nobody knows how. We need to learn to look with our real eyes, our true eyes. Once again, I'm going to say that one more time. We need to learn to see the world through our true eyes, our heart. No, I mean, it's a beautiful day out here. We're like, 22nd of November, and I'm out here with a light jacket. No snow on the ground, living in New Brunswick. Crazy times, beautiful day. My friends, learn to love yourself. Learn to let go. The freedom you seek is out there. It comes from within. Search within your heart. The truth and the answers are all there. So again, thank you for watching these videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time more than you know. More than you know. And if you made it to this far in the video, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. Taking myself out here, I'm putting myself out here on a line here, and I'm going for it. Thank you. Don't forget to leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you. See you later.